Welcome to the video tour of this Mangusta 108 called AGATA. She's for sale with breezeyachting.swiss. Was built in 2002 and I'll give you a little tour, so let's go on board together. What you see here is the hydraulic bathing ladder. I retracted it a bit, I put it a bit out, and then you have the jet drives. The garage can open fully and we're walking on board the gangway. The hydraulic gangway, which also acts as a lift to get the tender out, and then on the port side and starboard side you have two jet skis in these compartments that are hydraulically operated, that have hydraulically operated hatches. And what I quite like about this specific Mangusta 108 is that it has an open plan deck saloon, a deck lounge, where basically you can just put your own lounge chairs and sofas. So the teak deck goes all the way through, there's no fixed sofas. And now what I want to show you is how you operate those hatches. So here we go, and what you have here are the two jet skis on both sides. So that's a very good storage solution. Now let's go inside of the saloon, of the main deck saloon. You have some sofa lounge chairs that you can put inside and then have an additional flat bed in the saloon. Here you have your dining table, which suits 8 to 10 guests comfortably. And on the other side, you have your TV lounge. Of course, the well-equipped bar with ice maker, fridge, and everything you need. And you can store away the glasses and bottles and everything nicely. You have a lot of refrigerated space. And then we have the divider with a rise and fall TV. And then on the port side, you can go down to the guest deck, the lower deck with all the 4 guest cabin. And here you have the command station of this spaceship with the Rolls-Royce Camiva jet drive system that is able to power this boat up to 35 knots top speed and the cruising speed just above 30 knots. And each engine is an MTU, the M90 series, with 2,775 horsepower, giving a total of 5,500. And you have 2 Kohler generators. And going below deck, you enter in the very open and spacious lower deck saloon, which I quite like because you don't have this narrow hallway feeling that you have on a lot of boats. So even going forward to the VIP cabin, it's a nice experience because you're just coming from an open space. And then we have the day head for the guests. And now we're going into the master cabin, which has an ensuite shower on the other side, and this is the walk-in wardrobe. The bed is 2 meters by 190. The owner had put a treadmill inside to do some fitness. And then obviously here is the bathroom with a generous shower space and also toilet and bidet option. Going forward again, we have one of the 3 guest cabins. So we have a total of 4 cabins, 1 master and one VIP and 2 guest cabins. And this could be very well a nanny cabin or kind of a second VIP with its own TV room. It can also be a good kids cabin where they can play undisturbed with a generous bathroom. No shower though, that's important too. And this second VIP cabin has also its own ensuite shower and bathroom. So the shower is just behind the door. And you have also lots of storage. Going out again, we go forward. On the starboard side, you have the access to the crew areas and the galley, which you can access from the main saloon on the starboard side, going down the stairs. Or you can also have the service access, which is quite nice if the crew shall serve some food down here or just go and refresh the cabins. And then you have your twin guest cabin with the optional Pullman for a third person. So also an ideal kids cabin. And of course, lots of storage for your clothes. Again, ensuite shower and toilet. And as you can see, condition is well maintained, well looked after. And then the VIP cabin, which is forward to the port side, has a bit more generous bathroom. With even some daylight, which I quite like. And then let's go now to the galley. Which we can visit here. Put on the lights a bit. So, here you have a fully equipped galley with a Gaggenau oven, meal appliances, and then the washer and dryer combination. You can access the operating systems here with their touchscreen control, lots of storage, lots of cold space. And with this boat you can really stay also in the bay a long time because it has a 2,000 litre black water tank, which was a 60,000 euros option alone. So they constantly invested into the boat, and it has a clear maintenance history. So here's a double crew cabin. You can also call it a captain's cabin. It could be also a couple cabin. And forward you have another crew cabin with 2 beds and a separate shower and toilet, which we will see in a minute. So let's go up this way now and then forward. So here you have some storage. It's quite generous, as you can see. So you can store all the cleaning. Forward sunbed, which is also very generous, very spacious. And then what is nice, you can walk up here to the roof where you have another sunbed, and you can even put some protection around, some safety rails, so that you feel also enclosed with some textile protection that you cannot be seen from outside. This was also an option the owner put on his Refit. And then going forward, we have the second crew cabin, just behind all the anchor equipment. And it's quite a good cabin where you could have another 3 crew with their own bathroom, toilet. So if you want to have up to 5 crew, absolutely possible with this boat. And of course, this being the classic Mangusta line, you have very open and wide deck spaces, which makes her the perfect Mediterranean fast cruiser, going from Monaco to Saint-Tropez, going to Porto Cervo, sitting between the 2 islands of Cannes. And even if you just want it as a day boat, you have all the space you need. Let's access the engine room, which you can do here. Now let's go down. And what you have here are the 2 big block MTU engines, the V12. Very impressive with the turbos, the air intake filters. Isn't that impressive? Here you have the control system of the engines, and here all the breakers, well equipped toolbox and tool space. And then here you have the Alfa Laval fuel washing system with the centrifuge, which is very good to have always high performance diesel and no dirt inside blocking the filters or then the injectors. And here the seawater system, firefighting, water maker, 2 generators, one on the starboard side, one on the port side. And of course you can also fit a Seakeeper gyro stabilization system, for example. And here you have the hydraulic units, the hydraulic power pack, and everything, as you can see, is quite accessible. And it looks good. Have another good look from this perspective. On top of me is the gangway, the hydraulic one. Everything is really well accessible. Those are the air intakes to give some breath to those massive engines. And it's really quite impressive, I have to say, to look at this engine room. This is really where the power comes to put this boat over 30 knots cruising and even 35 knots top speed. I'm Cornelis Kistler from breezeyachting.swiss, and it's a pleasure having you on this tour. Just send me a WhatsApp by clicking on the WhatsApp button, an email, give me a call. You have my number on the end of the video and on the website. Thank you very much.